The mansion stood on the outskirts of the town, hidden among dense trees. People called it the Haunted Mansion. Built with ancient bricks, it had been abandoned for years. Its broken windows, a rusted lock hanging from the door, and creeping vines covering the walls made it look even more eerie. Rumors spread throughout the town. Whoever entered the mansion never returned. Some claimed it was cursed, while others swore they had seen flickering lights and shadowy figures inside at night. But the truth remained unknown. Rohan was a brave yet stubborn young man. He never believed in ghost stories. Whenever people talked about the mansion in fear, he would laugh and say, "These are just myths. Ghosts don't exist." One day, his friends challenged him. "If you're really fearless, then spend a night inside the haunted mansion." Rohan smirked and replied, "That's too easy. I'll go tonight and prove there's nothing to be afraid of." It was a dark, windy night. Thick clouds covered the sky, and the cold breeze rustled through the trees. Rohan, carrying a flashlight in his phone, walked towards the mansion. As he neared the entrance, a strange chill ran down his spine. As if someone was watching him, he pushed the door, and with a loud creaking noise, it slowly opened. Inside, everything was covered in dust. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling, and the air smelled damp and musty. Rohan stepped inside and turned on his flashlight. Old paintings covered the walls, their faces barely visible under the layers of dust. Suddenly, the door behind him slammed shut with a loud bang. He spun around and rushed to open it, but it was jammed. "It's just the wind," he reassured himself, though his heartbeat quickened. Just then, a faint whisper echoed through the hallway. He turned, but no one was there. Suddenly, footsteps echoed from the upper floor, slow but distinct. Summoning his courage, Rohan climbed the staircase. At the top, he saw a door creaking open on its own. His throat went dry, but he stepped forward. Inside, the room was old and dusty, with a massive wooden chest in the center. Rusty chains were wrapped tightly around it, as if it had been sealed for ages. Driven by curiosity, Rohan moved closer and grabbed the chains. The moment he pulled them, they unlocked on their own, and the lid of the chest flew open with a loud boom. A horrifying scream echoed through the room. Rohan stumbled backward, his eyes widening in terror. Inside the chest sat a woman, her face pale as death, bloodshot eyes, and long, tangled hair. A red liquid dripped from her lips, and her hands were twisted like claws. She slowly turned to look at Rohan and smiled. At that moment, a strong gust of wind howled through the room. The doors slammed shut, and the windows rattled violently. Rohan screamed and tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. His flashlight flickered and then went out. Now, in the pitch darkness, only her glowing red eyes remained visible. The next morning, Rohan's friends waited outside the mansion, but he never came out. When they finally broke the door open, they were shocked. The house was completely empty. There was no sign of Rohan. Only one thing remained, the same wooden chest, now wrapped in fresh chains. As if someone had locked it shut once again, a new legend spread in the town. The mansion had claimed another victim, and no one dared to enter it ever again.